All right. Welcome to another episode of the Purely Talk Podcast. I am your host, Mr. DHE, and these are my guys.
_T Hills. Follow me for more life advice.
And today we got somebody sitting in for my brother. My boy is sick. He's feeling a little bit under the weather, so we got Mr. Ron Lyrics again.
Yes.
Happy
to be back, man.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, I got a problem with you too. I want to pick a ball with you.
Let's go.
Let's go. We can address it at the end or address it now. I got a problem with it.
Let's go. First thing, let's start first. First things first. We got what? We got that advice. The life advice of the day from Mr. T Hill _. Let's go, baby.
Hey, this is your guy _T Hills. And again, follow me for more life advice for all my people that's failing to complete the program. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I said, my humble advice of the day is for all my people out there is just to be assertive, but understand that assertiveness comes with a little bit of patience. You know what I'm saying? Because you can take action, but you got to understand once you take action, you got to allow the bricks to build itself in the line, you know what I'm saying, to align itself. I don't know if I said that right, but you got to align this stuff to align itself. That's where the patience come in at. You know what I'm saying? Put your work in, put brick by brick by brick. Don't look at the full picture, you know what I'm saying, until you get a good glimpse of what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? And most people probably miss that. But go back and listen to it again on this Purely Talk Podcast episode. This has been _T Hills for more life advice.
More life advice.
Come on with the aggression.
It's crazy how your life advice be like correlating with the topics I be having in my mind.
So your brother's born in the same month, same year,
and that's the thing. I'm not big on like
the
zodiac signs, but it's crazy how. Do you think they be having that kind of like accurate on people? Do you think that's like something they made up and just studied people and just assumed, okay, everybody born around this time is this, or is that zodiac sign thing like a real thing?
I be believing some of it
studied.
Yeah, like some of it be real, but then like when you think somebody got your everyday horoscope, I'm like, you got to be crazy.
That's what I'm saying. But it be accurate sometimes though.
They do.
Because me and you are similar, and you were born the day before me, right? You on the 5th, and I'm the 6th. Our exposure to life and the environment we grew up in molded us a little bit differently. But like as far as like how we think for the most part, it seems like we always on the same.
Especially in that song, which you was like, they said we argue too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's how we're natural contrarians. Like, we don't care if we right or wrong. We just gonna be devil advocates for some reason.
Yeah, and that's crazy because that's true, dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes in my mind, they might make a statement and I'm going to naturally just argue the opposite side.
Yes.
And then it's crazy because then when I go around somebody else and they argue the opposite side, I argue the opposite side.
Right.
That is crazy.
Right. Taking points you just heard
That's
and
crazy.
trying to use it on them and flip it a certain type. What you think, Ryan?
Y'all crazy.
You don't mess with the Zodiacs, bro?
No, I'm just kidding. No, actually, on my platform, Rolling Words, we do something that's called, one of our themes is Zodiac and Poetry, which is real dope. Which is real dope, man.
April 6th.
We get the April 6th Jams of Poetry. Yep. And,
check them out.
Yeah, Jams of Poetry, April 6th.
I will be there.
But yeah, we do Zodiac and poetry, and I wasn't big on it as well too. But the person that does my visuals, Pat Williams, he was telling me, he said, "Man, you need to do." Thank you. He said you need to do something that's dealing with the zodiacs. Do something dealing with the zodiac. Cause we did something with the bounce. We did something with the jams, and we even did lingerie and poetry. But he's like, "Man, you need to do zodiac. Zodiac, that's what's big now." And I said, "Nah, I'm not doing it." But at the time went by, I said, man, you know what? Let me do it. And, we did something for the people that's into the astrology and stuff. And the more and more I start to build up that show, I start to do my own little research because I'm curious now because I'm doing a show that's dealing with zodiacs. I'm like, it is.
It's accurate, right?
It be accurate.
On some shit, some stuff. I'm sorry.
It be accurate, and it's interesting to meet people that's really into it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's people that, when I did that show, it was real, it was a great turnout, and it's just funny to see people some people won't even like be in relations with you if you was a certain,
if it's not compatible with their zodiac sign.
It's crazy.
I think
funny.
As a Christian growing up, we're taught anything that goes against our belief in the Bible, what we believe growing up, is kind of like devilish or whatever. And because that was something I grew up believing, that zodiac. And don't get me wrong, I don't believe in the zodiac sign. Maybe it's still the way I grew up, but I'm just saying it's crazy how accurate it is, or how like it can tell you how this specific zodiac acts this way, and then you meet them without even knowing, and they be like, it be so accurate.
So accurate, bro.
I don't know. I don't know.
And it's crazy that you say that, because when I do these certain themes, every time I do these certain themes, I always get like some type of. It's crazy because I be doing my poetry shows, and you'll be surprised on just how innocent as that comes off of the amount of people that will come for you. When I said I believe that. When I said I was going to do zodiac and poetry, like not even knowing, because I grew up in a Christian household as well too.
Right.
Not even knowing that was offensive to some people, or people was DMing me saying they're not coming, they're not going to support me, they're not going to because of that, which was kind of it's kind of crazy, because the same people that say that they're not going to support me be the same people that at my show when we play Juvenile Back That's Up, they be on the floor like they be going,
the irony in life, ain't
drunk, outside. They were
we're hypocrites as humans, right? And I guess that's natural. We're or like what was the word you used last week, Ty? Where men can do something but women can't.
A double standard or a contradict?
No, was it double standard?
Yeah, that's what I think he used.
Okay, double standard. But yeah, like people have that double standard, so where it's like, I'm a Christian. I don't believe in to his point zodiac signs, but I'm a curse. I'm gonna get drunk. It's like I'm gonna get drunk,
right?
Or I'm gonna have sex. Like all these different things that is like there is no like truth in it, because if you sin in one way, you low key already. Doesn't matter, because one sin,
it's not greater than the other.
It's not greater than the other.
That's what they say.
So like one wrong does not make like I drink and I smoke or whatever you believe in your religion or whatever. But I'm saying for me as a Christian, I believe that this certain things that I can't do because that's what I grew up learning. So I can't say I'm not going to do all of these stuff, but I'm gonna do this one stuff and I'm still straight. That's not. But
kind of speaking on learning. Like, I'm gonna ask y'all this if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's one thing that you had to unlearn as an adult that you learned as a kid? Like, for me, it was I don't have to whoop my daughter for everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? She don't like my mom used to, I ain't gonna lie, like you spilled milk, she was going crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Whoopings, all type of stuff. Like my daughter, like, I don't know. I feel like she needs the experience. It's better.
I think our parents back then were under a lot more stress and pressure than we realized. I think. I ain't gonna lie. I think
I'm sick of your shit.
Stop peeing on yourself.
Yeah. It's like,
oh, that was just me.
It's like they wouldn't. And it's crazy because I had the conversation with my aunt. I was like, man, whenever I was younger, you used to whoop us.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking like regular white people whoop. I'm talking about like whatever is around, I'm getting you with. And if you run, I'm throwing it at you. I don't care where it lands. And it's like, and they go by the Bible. Well, my aunt went by the Bible, spare the rod, spoil the child. Right? And as I'm older now, I wouldn't necessarily say that I would whoop my kids the way I was whooped, but I see the benefits of being whooped that way. A lot of people nowadays are like, that's trauma. That's trauma. And respectfully, if it is, I don't know. I'm just saying my whoopings were bad, but I don't see it as trauma. I see it as I needed to get whooped, and I am who I am as a result of those whoopings or of that training. I feel
because your aunt didn't abuse her power. She used her power.
Boy,
you know what I'm saying?
What?
You thought it was abuse?
Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, maybe. If we was in America, it was definitely abuse.
abuse.
But in America, it's not abuse.
This is normal.
My mom abused me. My mom beat me with switches, extension cords, shoes, broke pool sticks, anything that she can get her hands on. My mom used to beat me every single day.
Were you bad?
Cause
that be it.
That's a great question.
That be it. Cause I was bad, or not. I wasn't bad. I just answered back a lot. I talked back. That was mine.
now that I'm older, I used to say I was bad, but now that I'm older, I don't think that I was ever a bad kid. I think I was just emotional, and now that I'm older, I think I can say that with confidence to say that, like you say, like talking back, you're not about to get the best of me, or you're not about to make me feel like I'm lower than you. I gotta say something. I gotta defend myself. I have to, and that. And that was at all aspects, no matter who, teachers, students, classmates, whatever, I had to, not be a punk, and that's what got me in more, but my mom used to beat me just because my mom used to, my oldest brother could, beginning with, hey, they call me Tuka, like, Tuka, you come in here too? I'm like, damn, like, what I do?
No, that's bad. That's bad. Yeah.
Both of y'all.
Yeah. To catch a stray is crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Just wait a minute. He about to get over there. You about to get one.
You laughing? I got a few of those too. If I'm laughing or like if my brother getting whooped, don't make a sound. Because you have she in that moment is not thinking straight. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she's gonna react. So if you laughing now, she be like, "Oh, you think it's funny? Come here, let me give you some of this."
Right.
That's why I think the reason I say I think our parents were more under stress back then is because they had to deal with a lot more.
Think about it.
I'm gonna put it this way. To your point, I don't know if they had to deal with a lot more, but you got to think that our parents was kind of like post-slavery too. Mm-hmm. And I know our parents probably wasn't a slave, of course. Right. But what I'm saying is you gotta think about their parents.
Right.
Their parents
was Jim Crow parents.
Whereas, in that area where, white folks, like white folks. Like, when we hear white folks now, we're not scared of them. We're not, we don't.
Unless you're driving through Alabama in the middle of the night. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm scared.
But
damn.
But back then, if white used to win or take over or show up or they get the best, we kind of just either take it to the chin. Sometimes we might fight. You're like, oh man, that's not what happens when we're black and they're white. But now, we wish
it's that right. So we don't have, because I was thinking the other day, well, not a while back. I called my uncle up and I called my aunt up, and I was just thinking like how at this age, earlier than this age, they already had us, right? Mm-hmm. And I can't imagine at 25, 24, 26 having a kid and knowing or understanding how to raise a kid properly,
right? Especially
not having experienced life on my own for a little while.
Right.
You feel me? So like to his point, you go from being raised her parents were super strict, right? Mm-hmm. So now you think that's the proper way to do it. So now your step into your way of raising the kid next after you is the same way you were raised. Now you might, like how we're saying, we're not gonna go as extreme as they did us. So she's not gonna go as extreme as her mom did, but it's still extreme.
Right.
For that time, if you think about it, because ain't nobody should be getting whooped with like sticks and stuff, bro. I remember I got whooped one time so bad I deserved it. I ain't gonna even hold you. I deserved it. Me and my cousin, my girl cousin, got into a fight over the TV. Oh, it used to be the biggest arguments. She wanted to watch something because back then you only had one TV in the living room, and we all got to watch whatever one person watching. And whoever gets there first gets to control the TV. I was there first. She want to be funny and change the thing because she thinks she a girl. Nah, my boy. I hit that. What? I don't condone it. We was kids. When you kids, you out here just doing whatever. Man, I swung so hard with my cousin.
Forget that gender stuff, man. What's up with it?
What?
You a man today?
Boy, dog, and I hit her so hard. My aunt was down. I thought she had left, but she was downstairs.
She heard it.
Ooh. And because then my cousin, you know one of those where you hit your brother or whoever your sibling so hard that for the first that
don't tell.
But that time it was like it's like a 5-second quiet. It'd be like, and then you just waiting for that. Bro, when she did that, my aunt ran up the stairs. Why y'all fighting? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. For whatever reason, my cousin got whooped too. She got everybody about to get it.
She caused it, yeah.
And she got whooped first. So my decision was to run because I ain't trying to get it. I ran to the back room, hid under the bed. She couldn't get me, and that made her even more mad. She grabbed the broom, started poking it down there. Oh, you gonna come out? I was like, no. She was like, you gonna come out? Eventually, I came out because she wasn't leaving. She had to go to work, but she was like, "F work, you about to get
About to
this
get
work."
this-
Oh
You
man,
better get this aggression.
bro. When I got out, we had like a pizza stick, like the wooden, and then it has like where you put the part with the pizza
Yeah.
thingy. She swung like she was
Hank Aaron, huh?
yeah. She swung, and then once she got tired with that, she had a bunch of rings on her hands. Put your hands down. She was like, "Put your hands down," and I just got to stand there and take it. I said, "Oh Lord, I deserved it.
Yeah.
I deserved it." I don't need none of y'all coming in the comments talking about that's abuse. No, it was. I mean, it might have been abuse, but it's okay. I love my mama. I love my aunt. I love them. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was like, yeah, I got some whoopings, and I got whoopings like whenever she was super mad, like whenever we would fall asleep in church. Oh, or you was laughing in church or talking in church.
Oh, yeah.
They gave you
That
that.
was some of the best sleep though. I ain't gonna lie.
what was it?
Sleeping
Bro.
in church on a Sunday.
But I would say this though, you know, two parts. One, I think from back then to what we are now is that back then we didn't really have a lot of opportunities. So we didn't have a lot of opportunities to mess up. So our parents
as
was
kids. Okay,
they was strict on us because you only got one chance you either gonna be something or not.
Yeah.
And you know,
I can see
and
that.
they just, you know, we didn't have that luxury to mess around.
Yeah.
You know, today now you can be whatever you want to be. You know, it's you know, you can be whatever you can make millions right here in this room.
And that's what I mean by the
Like,
pressures. Like the pressures for them were a lot, and a lot. Was your mom a single mom?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you say yeah.
Yours was a single mom.
Well, we had a village, but yeah, single mom.
yeah.
So that'd be the thing though. Like my aunt wasn't a single mom, but my uncle worked offshore, so she basically was because he was gone a lot off most of the time.
Right.
But like them having to deal with a bunch of kids, having to work, take care of the household, and then us as kids just being, especially if you're boys, because boys are tougher to raise. Because we like Ron said, I'm gonna test you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna test you. I don't know why that's a boy thing, because it's like you can't just me, because my brother wasn't like that. My brother didn't talk back a lot. I got more whoopings than my brother did.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Kids do seem a lot of discipline.
Nah. I think it was.
I'm put it this
Maybe
way,
he was
man.
disciplined and not talking back, but he was bad too. He just never got caught, and he just never did it in front of her.
He was sneaky.
Man, listen, man. I know today is you don't supposed to, you know, whatever with these rules and laws and whatever, but I grew up, especially when I moved to my hometown that I consider Vicksburg, Mississippi. Like, man, we grew up around dudes that beat their women, drug dealers, killers, you know, robbers, you know, jack boys, all that. Like, you know, I mean, sometimes I get emotional when I sit back and I think about the people that I used to call friends that's not here today.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, it just hits me, you know, and my mom wasn't perfect by far. She wasn't perfect, but man, when I tell you that those beatings and whoopings kind of, it helped me, and
That's what I'm saying.
It helped me, and I know, of course, back then I wanted to die.
Of course,
I wanted to die.
Yeah.
But
I'm leaving tonight. I
Getting
ain't
the usher
coming
shot,
back.
Jeremy.
but when I look back at it now,
Yes.
looking at the outcome of everyone else,
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
it's just
Them whoopings
yeah.
were necessary because I wouldn't be who I am today without that.
She just didn't have to throw the knives. I feel like the knives.
I never got knives, my boy. I ain't gonna lie. I never had knives before.
It was just, you know, something in close proximity.
Nah, I never got the knives.
Yeah.
Because that's dangerous.
It's still in her, the little cut still in her wall to this day. I can
Oh,
show
so
you.
she missed.
Yeah,
Thank
she
God.
missed. Yeah, she missed.
Oh, you was quick, dog.
Quick, but I hit that corner so fast. Boy, you would thought I was Usain boy. I passed that corner, boy. And
As long as you ain't putting your kids in the hospital,
Yeah.
As long as they ain't showing up to school with like black eyes
yeah.
or bust
No.
nose
That's
or whatever,
abuse.
you
That's
know what I'm
definitely
saying?
abuse, yeah.
I mean, if you're whooping them, you know, whatever, you know, however you. I hate to say this, like, let's get back to whoopings, but
but we need to though, bro.
They need
but,
some whoopings.
you know, we
These
need some
kids need
strong
whooping.
discipline in these households, man. These kids are out of control.
Or better, they definitely are, and you know, it's because like most people say there's not a lot of fathers in the house, and
That's part
like
of
we. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No.
you
I
go.
was just saying that's part of the government too, because like some of these
Yeah.
people live in Section 8 and government housing and stuff like that,
You
and
gotta
you
be
tell these
single,
people
yep.
they can't have a father figure in the household.
You gotta be single, or you gotta make. I knew this person that I worked before I got the job that I have now. I was working security, and I remember this lady. She was like, "Oh, I only got this job because the government says I have to make a minimum amount in order to get Section 8 and all that good stuff."
Right.
So she was like, "I don't want no overtime. I don't want nothing. I just want this exact amount so that my light bill is $8, like that kind of stuff."
Those
so it's
benefits.
almost like the government forces this life. It doesn't force us, but it makes it easy.
Right.
It makes it more accessible for us to want to be underachievers.
People have got smart and dumb at the same time.
That's a fact. Yeah.
People have got smart and dumb at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes, they're using the system, but they're choosing to be, like you say, an underachiever. Like it's an option now. It's back then it used to be the only option we had.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
But now, it's like, why would I want to work? Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to put my best foot forward? I mean, this ain't my job. This ain't my company, so I'm fine with that. I can, so I guess you can see it from that point. Yeah, this ain't your company, but you also, you're living in an environment that's not safe for your kids. You're living in an environment
Did we become Republicans?
I saw something this week that said what did he say? What did it say? It said the older you've gotten what?
Probably so. I think
The older you've gotten, have we become more Republican?
I think I'm more Republican than anything.
And I remember having an argument with this man at my work about Democrats and Republicans, and me just arguing from a non-educated, just like what I thought Democrats, just what I thought Democrats really meant, and what I thought them being a Democrat really stood for. Coming to find out, the Democrats are the ones creating a lot of these laws that have us in this box that we think that is good for us.
Right.
Compared to Republican, I don't think I'm a Republican or a Democrat. I just know.
Yeah, me too.
At this point, I'm not standing up to fight for the Democratic Party like I used to. As far as like, I'm a Democrat because they look, man. Especially, this might sound capitalistic. That more money I start to make, I definitely don't want to get taxed a whole lot.
Thank you.
Because you know why though? I'm okay with Section 8 and like food stamp. I'm okay with that for the people that need it.
For real,
it's the people that don't need it and like to his point are just accepting.
And taking advantage of opportunity that someone else could have. I agree.
That's where I'm like, okay, I'm cool paying my taxes if I know it's going to people that need it or elders or like people that need it. But like when I see like people rolling in like better whips than me and eating better than me respectfully or whatever the case might be,
I'm Republican.
and they not working as an inch of an
eat crab legs or food stamps.
I was fortunate enough to grow up. I always tell people that I'm adopted, but I'm not adopted. We grew up poor. My mama, she did the best. It ain't that we didn't not. It wasn't like poor, like TV poor.
That shit hard.
We wasn't like TV poor. We just was
pork and beans.
Everything had to wait.
Yeah, everything had to wait.
Yeah, everything had to wait.
And very limited.
Sometimes we didn't have the brand new. We eventually get it.
Yeah,
type of poor.
Yeah.
Food stamps. Yeah, that was a must. Buying food stamps, all that good stuff. But nevertheless, though, first of the month, the refrigerator was full, and you see, like I said, you see hood stuff, whatever. But, my good friend that I met when I was a teenager, fast forward, he stayed in a very, very nice neighborhood, one of the nice neighborhood in my city. That's where all the doctors, lawyers, and, the people, the middle class, and even to most rich folks stayed in their neighborhood. And, I was going through some bad things back at home, and, just to fast forward this story, his mom became like my mom. So she's my godmom, but I call her my mom as well, too. And when I remember when I first made it to their house was so beautiful that I felt like I wasn't welcome. Like I was so nervous because he used to always try to invite me over. Like, man, like come through, come on, and everything. Like, and when I seen his house, because we rode the same bus, but the bus took a different turn this time, and they dropped him off first. And so when I seen this different route, I was like, whoa. It was like, what off at ATL when they found out where Nunu stayed?
Yeah.
Like, it was like, you got a Picasso in your house? Like, I kind of felt like, dude, why you trying to? Why you back here with the gangsters? Like like what you doing back here? Like you one of them, you know. But we was already friends, so you snuck that in. Yeah. But he ain't want nobody.
He didn't get robbed.
He just didn't. He just wanted to be with back then.
Guys,
to be with the guys. You know. But anyway. Long story short, fast 4 years later, when I went over there, we became a family, shortly after. And when I got my life together, they was very instrumental on me getting my life together. And I remember when I decided to go back to school, she allowed me to live, with them, to get my life together, to become, who I am today. But I say this all to say, now I'm living in this household where back outside, I'm looking like, man, y'all, beautiful yard, nice, whatever. But when you go in the refrigerator, it ain't packed like that. That like back at home in the hood,
whole thing.
First of the month, like I told you, like we got Oreos, we got all these.
Got to work for a month.
We got the food stamps. Now I'm in I guess you could say a middle class home. I guess you say upper, class, and we don't get food stamps.
No,
everything that's
out of pocket. Everything
out of pocket. And guess what? They at work. So what's the point of filling the refrigerator?
Yes. Man, you go in my fridge right now. you gonna barely, man. You go in my fridge, you ain't gonna find that much.
But that's the beauty of mine. Like you gotta cook. Like if we cook, I'm like I gotta cook. I can't just sit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But what's the point of cooking when everybody's working? I mean, yes, you supposed to cook,
right?
But what I'm saying is like it's a get off work, go back to work type of thing. Deal, like like don't get me wrong. Yes,
upper middle class.
Yeah, they got whatever you looking for, but then I realized so much living in that household, and it kind of scared me because I was like, I just would have never thought that the things that I've seen living in that extra, I guess you say middle class home, because now anytime that there's a money problem in their family, they get called. Like, they get called. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like anytime somebody need a place to stay, they get called. Anytime they need money with school or lights or, whatever, they get called. But guess what? When they need somebody to call, nobody's there.
Ain't nobody to call. You call them on yourself, God, Jesus.
And I realized, there's no sympathy for them.
Right.
Because y'all got it. And I realized, I said, man, this is so backwards.
Yes.
This is so different, than what I imagined that being on this side would be. And I ain't gonna waste all the time, but yes, I to y'all point though, like I'm seeing a difference because when tax time come, when I was in the hood, tax, guess what? When you get when you get those taxes,
let's not talk about it, dog. Please, I ain't got a refund yet. I've been doing. Every year I gotta pay some.
I need Trump
I'm
accounting.
tired of this.
I need Trump accounting. Where you
I'm
at?
tired of. I ain't gonna lie. The first year I had to pay a lot was because I went exempt half of the year.
Oh, that is a
don't
trick.
Do that.
Don't do it.
Do not do the exempt thing. You're
a trick.
That's a big trick.
If you're gonna do it, have an LLC or a business or something like that set up that can eat up that cost.
Because you definitely get all that money up front. But around the corner,
they want it.
They want their money back, and they about to tax the heck out of you. Hear
and
me?
I paid the full thing
the whole time. I'm thinking if we're together, if you filed together, and it'll be cheaper because there is a certain tax code or whatever that when you're married you get a lot of I guess
you need to have a
help
kid.
or whatever. Nah.
I'm
definitely not. That's because my coworker got a kid. He got 2. He said he be getting $2,000, $3,000 per kid.
My baby mama done got she got 2. So she got like 6,000 this year.
That's crazy. I don't want a kid. That's another thing with people often that I hear a lot is that they purposely have these kids for that tax reason. Yeah. For when tax time around, but they don't really be. That's why you be seeing baby Nunu and baby Kaka and baby Dudu and walking around with just Pampers, walking dirty. Dirty. I'm like, ain't worry about the little kid because they good.
You a kid. You don't need these Jordans. You will grow out of them.
Well, you really don't need Jordans as a baby. You really do not need no Jordans for a 1-year-old.
Yeah,
I know.
Buy them little babies regular sneakers, man.
People have kids just for that. Some people have kids just for that, man. I've seen it. I I talk to them. I know them personally. Like, you know, if I was, you know, just crazy, I'd say their name. Like, you remember when you told me, like, you about to go have a baby? It's crazy, you know.
It's insane. And
the taxes make you do some crazy stuff, bro.
Paying it.
Because like if I can go have a kid and get three back then on top of the way it is now, you can count the kid as a fetus.
Really?
Yes.
I think my brother didn't count. I guess
he need to go holler at my accountant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm telling you, he can count that baby. As soon as you, boom, she break, boom, boom, boom.
But see, this is what I don't understand. You know, and we get about 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. Some people even get 10,000. You know, far as you've been broke all year. You've been broke from.
This is gonna be a good point.
Yes. Like you've been broke from. Well, they just say you get your taxes back. What February?
I don't even know no more. I don't even know no more.
All right, so they just say
no more.
Let's say you get your tax back in March. You know, you broke in April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January tax time. You get it back in March. You broke all year long.
Come on,
but yet you make a way. You make a way. You still.
I was going the opposite way.
But no, just hear me out. You broke all year long, and then in March, you get $6,000, $8,000, $10,000.
People get $10,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. 3 kids is the max, bro. 3 young kids.
Seriously.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, like that's common, you know. But what I'm trying to say is that. What I don't understand is that how you broke all year long, and then when you get 10, that 8, 7, 8, 10, then the next month or two you back to being broke. You know, and that's why I don't understand. So this is the advice that if anybody listening, this is the advice that I'm trying to give you. If you can be broke and survive, then why don't you take that money that you have?
That's where I thought he was going. Okay.
And continue to be broke. And continue to save that money, put it to the side, and invest in something smart.
There you go.
You know, and to keep flipping that, but continue being broke. Continue eating the same way, doing the same things or whatever, and put that money to the side and be broke for 2 more years.
Yep.
And you stack that bread up 10, 10, 10. You got 30,000.
Yep.
30,000, you could flip that 30,000 to 60. You could flip that 60 to 90. Like, you can get yourself out of that. And that's what I just don't understand for the life of me. Like,
what? Because that was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
What advice? Because that's a great advice. What advice would you give someone when it comes to taxes? As far as like when you get that money back.
I'm gonna say this first before you get the money back. If you have to pay them back, overpay. Tell them take the max amount they can take out your check already. Just you know what I'm saying? Overpay. Okay. If you can do that, do that. Another thing too, if you don't, and it doesn't matter if you have an active business or not. Like you can just do little by little bit within it. Just have an LLC, bro. That will eat up a lot of your. If you have to pay back, that's gonna eat up a lot of that money, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like having an LLC, and also I want to say, like Ryan said, bro, save your bag, bro. Every day I go out there, bro. Like I said, I cook, so that way I bring my own lunch. That way I ain't gotta buy food. I don't care if it's $5, $2, $3. I'm still spending money at work. So now I didn't get into the habit where I don't spend no money at work. I got my own waters, you know what I'm saying? This and that, and it's gonna last me till I get paid again. You know what I'm saying?
If you're looking, if you're looking for an excuse, you're gonna find one.
There you go.
If you're looking for an excuse, you're gonna find one.
My advice with the taxes, and I already said it, but I'm giving you something I lived through. Man, don't go exempt, bro. that feels good in the moment. That year I made so much money because of my exempt, but when they hit you with that, luckily, thank God. I'm a saver, so I had the money to pay him back, but it still hurts to have to pay $3,758.32 back.
That you thought was yours.
That you thought you had. Cool.
He said 32 cents.
He knew it's passion.
Bro,
he knew every dime.
It hurt. It hurt. And the crazy thing about it, the following year, I didn't go exempt, but I still had to pay.
Yes.
And that one, I decided I ain't paying it in full. It's smarter to pay it in full. I learned that. It's smart to pay it in full, but you ain't about to take all my money right now. I'm gonna stack up. Man, I'm not trying to dog. I don't like this, dog. I hate being an adult sometimes, bro. I hate being a grown up. I made this song called slow it down. The premise of the song is me basically telling my younger self to slow it down. You don't realize, and this is now, and as an adult talking to whoever's looking that's younger than me. I'm 31, so if you're younger than me, listen, heed these words. Stop rushing to grow up.
Please.
Stop rushing to want to be independent. There's nothing wrong with it, but like, take advantage of the opportunities that you have as a young person. Like me, when I was, and I understand that not everybody has the same opportunities. Right, my boy said. I think you told me at one point you moved up when you were 16. Right, so he moved up when he was 16. So his opportunities are different than mine. Ty, you went to college.
I went to college, yeah.
Right, and I went to college too, but then I dropped out. You graduated, right? So like we all have different backgrounds. So what I'm saying is, it might be different, but what I'm trying to say is, whenever you're young, right, those are going to be the best, or should be the best, more fruitful, not fruitful. Information intake. You can consume more information quicker and retain it.
Right.
Don't rush to go out there and be independent, man. Don't rush, because the older you get, you'll realize that this independence is beautiful, but it comes with a lot of responsibilities. That's why I appreciate my aunt and my uncle so much.
And it can be lonely.
Because it definitely can be lonely. Because they did with less, more. They didn't, because they had kids. It's just me and my wife, bro. It's just me and my wife. And I'm by no way, shape, or form are we struggling. But having to do all of this, pay bills, maintain the house, if anything break, I'm responsible for it. Like all these different stuff that come with being an adult, that when I was younger, all I had to do was call my uncle or call my aunt, hey, man, I need this, or let's figure this out. I'm calling myself now.
Yeah. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
Slow it down. Enjoy that time. Because we be rushed. Bro, I wanted to be grown so bad, dog. Till I realized what being grown means, dog.
Yes.
Like really being grown. Not people that out here talking about they grown, but just living life like with no type of like mindset of like tomorrow. Right. Just like willy-nilly, just I'm not saving no money, I'm not paying nothing. Right. No, I'm talking about like a real grown adult with responsibilities. Yes. Having to come home early because you got work in the morning.
Having to go wake up a lot earlier than you usually have to drop your kid off at school.
And you know what else too? When you're younger, it's easier to follow your dreams.
Yes.
I wish I would have stayed following my dreams when I was younger.
That's a bar.
Because now, as a grown adult with responsibilities, I am juggling my dream and my life, my responsibilities. Because I can't drop this. I can't quit my job because my job is also taking care of my dream.
Stay down.
So now bro. Slow down, man.
Stay down, man.
Slow down.
Go listen to that song "Stay Down" with my boy DHE.
Oh, stay down.
Hey, bro, get you right, bro.
Stay down.
I had a conversation with I don't know who that was the other day. I think it was my lady. Like, I told her, I said that if God bless me with a child, if I'm able to be a father one day, right? I don't want to give them the best cars, the best shoes. I don't want to give them the best food, schools, whatever. I don't. If I had a child, if God blessed me with a child, the only thing that I would just want my child to be instilled is that they understand opportunity when they see it.
Yes.
If my kid can understand opportunity when they see it at a young age,
right?
Man, I'd be so proud. Because like what you're saying is like they know, okay, I'm going to be grown up one day. So let me take the opportunity to get this together. Let me start my job now. Let me make the money. Let me make the most money now. Let me go in, they're not asking for money to pay bills. So let me go work this job and I'm going to save up and I'm going to get this LLC early, or I'm going to invest in this, or I'm going to hang out with the right people now because that person right there got a great future. So I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? I just want my kids to know opportunity when they see it, because it's so many people, it's so many, it's people out there that's 90 degrees away from a good opportunity and they don't know it. Like literally they could be a great opportunity right there, but they don't know it. They don't see it. That's why relationships fail. That's the reason why, people don't, like when you had said, I think I hit you up, and I said, "Yo, we gotta do the interview type thing," and you was like, "Yeah, like come through." You know, you came through, and then we talked, and then you say, "Wait a minute, like I got a partner that stayed right down the street that does the studio," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." So, and then I hit him up, and then now we here.
Great guy.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
it's
not just that, like you know what I'm saying, my boy artist, like you know what I'm saying, that like the network y'all have for each other. This is how I was thinking, like the network y'all could have did with each other.
You're good at that, by the way.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
You're
but like
very
you know what I'm
good at
saying, like knowing that my boy's an artist, you know what I'm saying? You have a building, you know what I'm saying, you're an entrepreneur, you're also a poet, you have so many, both of y'all have so many titles, you know what I'm saying? I can't go through all of them. But like I said, y'all can help each other, you know what I'm saying? We can all help each other. Because the way I'm looking at it is one day, you know what I'm saying, we can have a live Purely Talk podcast, you know what I'm saying? With featuring rolling words, you know what I'm saying? And then and like, you know, vice versa, however it go. Like, you know what I mean? We all can help each other. Cause like we're all on the same trajectory. We all want to see the same thing. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
You go ahead.
When I be doing these shows, you know, I come across every blue moon. I come across people that have actually like a pretty nice platform. Mm-hmm. They might not be big like in the world, but they're big. They're big in the city. Like they got motion.
Right.
And it always surprises me that when I'm doing these shows and I'm looking for talent and I reach out to someone that has a small following, maybe 200 or 300 followers, you know, nothing big, whatever, and they're performing in their living room, and I just so happen to look up hashtags and I see them. And I say, hey, I think you're pretty dope, got this platform, X, Y, and Z, come through, you know, and display your talent. I think you're going to like and enjoy it. You know, professional and introduce myself in so many ways. Oh, well, you know, I'm a top tier performer. You know, I got to get paid this amount of much if you want me to come and, you know, whatever. And I'd be like, what? I said,
I have a writer.
So you don't have no motion. You don't got, like, if I put your name on a card, nobody's going to come and see you. You don't have a follower. You don't have, I'm telling you, I have a building, a stage, a microphone. Like, the only thing you have to do is just show up and you're going to be performing in front of 100-some people, and you don't know who's in this audience.
Thank you.
You don't know where these people come from. Like, you know, but, you know, I don't argue with people, you know. Right. But I find it fascinating that I can DM somebody right now and that has 15,000 followers, 25. I did it. 45, 85, 130. Like this is all facts. These people that I feel that wouldn't give my little platform any time of the day. Right. You know, they wouldn't be like paying attention because they got motion.
Right.
And as soon as I hit them, less than 24 hours, okay, bro, if I'm in town, I'm there. Or if I'm in, and I realized something, I said, oh, these people understand opportunity.
They want it.
They understand
opportunity and relationships.
Yeah.
Right.
Bro, you have, and that's something I struggle with. That's not my forte. I'm very introverted, love to be by myself, myself.
You both
all the time. I could be alone for a year and be straight, bro. Yes. I would be okay with some occasional sex from my wife.
Come on.
I am straight, but I'm trying to get out of that where it's like I need to make and build relationships. That's why I'm glad I ran in. Me and Ty connected.
Yes.
Because since I've met Ty, I've met a bunch of different people. Because Ty, another rule rich people have is hire someone that can do what you can't. That is smart.
That's smart.
I'm not the person. I know I can't rely on Ty to get all of the relationships for me. I have to put some of that work on myself, but I'm still glad that this relationship has been able to be fruitful enough to bring this relationship and then other that will come out of it and vice versa. So it's like always put people, that's an advice. Have people in your life that benefit you, but more likely you can benefit them.
Hold on. Wait. Let me give you flowers. Don't do that.
Wow.
I hate when people give me credit. I gotta give you credit though.
I ain't gonna lie,
let me give you credit though.
No, because like we being honest, Ty, and we being honest.
Yeah.
You are as crazy as you are on this platform, as outlandish stuff you say. That's why I told them behind cameras one time. I was like, man, these people really start to believe that you are this persona that sometimes you give out that you don't really care, or that you would sell your daughter for
a left eye for 60
yeah,
million?
like that kind of stuff. They believe
Left
it.
Eye Lopez.
But they don't know that this man like has a mind for like wanting more, has a mind for like creativity, like production, to link like I ain't gonna lie, since I've met Ty, I've met so many people, and I've seen how Ty, to his point, his platform might not be the biggest, but him and his relationships and how he is gonna it could end up being the biggest of all of the relationships he built and all of the links that he brings together. Because relationships is what make anything succeed, bro.
Right. Now,
like
right.
there's
I
times where
that.
you can by yourself create something, of course, but for the most part, those are like once in the blue moon. But like relationships, man, and you're really good at that. I'm glad you're around my circle.
Let me give you your flowers, man. God
This
damn.
isn't a flower show, man. I was just saying.
Give it back. I gotta give it back. Pause. But like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, big pause. Hold up.
But like, nah, like not just that, bro. Like, but like Ryan was saying, bro, you were already at a certain level, and you said, "Yeah, let's do it."
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
And it was just
Appreciate
me listening
that.
to your music and being like, "Damn, like." I really like this, to the point where like I sent you a video of my daughter know the lyrics, and not just one song, multiple songs.
Yeah,
because I actually listen to the music. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like I said, and like you have shown me things that I probably would have never gotten to. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard Kevin go kind of street a little bit. I heard Kevin Gates said, you wouldn't know how to cook good dope until you got into a kitchen with a good dope cooker.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
a
like
fact.
you did show me, in other words, you know what I'm saying, how to cook good dope when it comes to this content. Hey, try these hashtags. Hey, say Ty. Hey, da. We both always kept that open line of communication.
Our relationship is beneficial.
And when we started this, it was like, I was like, man, I said, bro. He said, yeah, man, I'm thinking about really doing. I said, bro, if you do it without me, I'm gonna blow your house up.
That's crazy. And you know, at moment of transparency, I wasn't gonna have Ty pushed himself on the pod.
Assertiveness, assertion, with a little patience,
Ty,
brick by brick. My life advice worked.
Ty showed up the morning.
Well, I guess it's a good time to call my man out now. So
Let's go.
Give
his flowers and then stomp on him.
Stomp on
Into the ground. That's crazy. Let's go, man. What you got? What's that? What's up?
When I first met my guy right here, man, we got in the studio, right?
Yeah.
You know, and the first thing that he told me, he said, I like to work on my own music, but I don't really like, I don't think I'm good enough yet to be, out there, working on somebody else, whatever.
Yeah.
Man, we got in the studio. He was very professional. He was very patient.
Yes.
He understood, what I was trying to, convey.
Yes.
Anything that I asked for, he knew exactly what to do and what not to do. And I'm just talking to somebody that been in the studios with somebody that talked the talk, but couldn't walk the walk. Like the product was still trash.
Don't hype it up too much.
Like it was still like, man, this trash.
Yeah.
And for this man to be able to, be professional, be as patient, because I know how it is being a producer. You're dealing with artists. They want certain things.
Yeah.
It was painless. And we got it done. And I just want to say, man, like, when it comes to you, don't ever discredit yourself, man, because I'm telling you, man, you're very talented, you're very gifted, and
Thank you, bro.
So the next, I don't ever want you to doubt yourself, because what I've seen, what you do and what you was able to do, you was very punctual, you was very professional, man.
Yes.
Like you're definitely worthy.
And same thing to you, Ryan, bro. Let me tell you about this man, bro. His girl is a big family friend. I grew up with her, knee high to a butterfly, right? When
She went to high school with us?
No, she grew up in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But when I met this man, bro, like he wasn't afraid to say, you know what I'm saying? When she introduced me, he wasn't afraid to shake my hand, introduce himself, and we had a conversation.
Yeah, Ron,
exchanged numbers and everything.
When I first met Ron, I told Ron this. I told Ron it was impressive. After he told me everything that he's been able to do and accomplish, which blew my mind, because I'm like, and no, so after he told me everything he's been able to accomplish, I asked him how old he was, and he was my same age. And you know how humans are. We instantly start to compare ourselves.
Yes.
Instantly, it was like, damn, this man is done. What have you been doing with your life? I said to myself in my head,
16,
but not in a jealousy. We're more in like a, it's able.
Yeah.
Like you're capable. Like it's.
I appreciate that.
If you see it,
bro.
It's impressive, bro. Yes. But that goes to the mindset, because like you say, like he's very I'm reserved. He's not reserved, but he's not reserved in the way of like
he gonna stay himself. Like,
no, I'm saying he's not reserving the way of like he's gonna go out.
Yes.
If you like, he told me that day when he came in here, like you could tell me no 100 times, but I'm gonna go ask the next person. Right. He has that thing you need to be successful. That like, fine. What about you? No, fine, because you only need one yes, bro.
One yes.
You only need one yes.
You literally only need one yes for everything to change.
Right.
For everything to change.
Man, I don't care how small or big a platform is. You know, shout out to my guy brother, Big Nardo. He always told me this. He said, work with people that want to work with you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That makes all the difference in the world. Because, like, to your point, if, let's just say, I had, like I said, I'm not from New Orleans, but, my platform is in New Orleans. I'm always having people that, they like, man, like, you got a New Orleans legend in here. He's big. He been doing music with Juvenile, Mystical, whatever. Like but I don't be knowing these people, and I be busy at the time anyway. So, but what I'm saying is that you never know who's going to come and say, "Hey, you know what? I like what you're doing. Yeah. Let's work together." And I say, "Okay, cool. Well." So before I do these shows, we do like little interviews and stuff like that. So okay, cool. I'm just trying to fit in. They a big star. Who am I call? Like I'm gonna call my guys.
Yeah.
Call my guys that already know me. That already that's rocking with. I say, hey man, listen, I got Monica, I got Brandy. She, we're gonna do like a 10-minute interview. I want it on the Purely podcast channel. Like y'all down. Yeah. And then guess what? Bam, we get her. Bam, guess what? Everybody not calling now. Everybody's not calling.
Yeah, bro.
Everybody's not calling.
Relationships, man. Like the benefits of relationships.
Then you to think of it like the fans, like say once we start doing, I'm gonna talking.
Dang, I was supposed to do this live.
Once we start doing like live podcasts and stuff like that, like man, you think about this man as a whole venue. This man is like he can he knows how to integrate himself into the show. So like I said, we could be up there talking to his poets, talking to this and that, or just try to you don't know how many people you can connect with. I don't care if it's 5 people in the crowd, bro. That one person might be a Fortune 500 CEO, and you like, and she love what you doing.
Yeah.
Oh, she do put promo behind you.
For lack of a better word, the way to get that to happen though is to continue doing it.
Yes.
Though. You know what I'm saying? Because I had this topic, but oftentimes whenever we fail or we don't see success, whatever your success is, in a certain amount of time, you stop doing it. And you shouldn't stop doing it. One, because the more shots you put up, the better you'll be at making threes. So whenever that opportunity does come, you're not gonna sweat it. So honestly, for the first, let's say I think this is our 33rd, 34th episode. We might not get popping until episode 100.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because guess what? Episode 100, when we do pop, episode 101 is about to be fire because we've put in the work. Right. You have to put in the work. To his point on the last episode, the climb is more important than reaching the peak.
Yes.
Because the journey allows you to know and understand how you made it through and how to,
maintain.
How to maintain.
Yes.
How to maintain. It's so important.
If you live by the claps, you'll die by the booze.
That's a fact.
If you live by the claps, you'll die by the booze, man.
I got a bar in one of my songs. I can't record it off the top of my head, but it's basically saying like, I close my eyes to the comments, whether they're good or bad, because whenever they're good, they'll clap for you, but whenever they're bad, they'll pull the plug on you that quick. Like so, it's like
one of my favorite verses.
You just have to keep
when you said nigga said he said dreamers being he said with stories being told by dreamers who can only be that. That's a bar, son.
Yeah,
like you can only be that dreamer because you only thinking about it. You're not putting no work or action into it.
And now you trying to bring me down because I'm a dreamer actually following my dreams.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the crazy part is, like, I appreciate you guys for, even acknowledging, the platform and showing that love. And to people that's out there listening, if you ever came to my show, you just know me and you see my platform on social media or whatever, like, just know that I had got way more no's than yes. It was so many people that fronted on me, and there's so many people that said, that
will come, but then cancel probably.
Don't come, or say they're gonna come, don't show. And the crazy part is, and the crazy part is, like I'm talking about people that's performing.
Oh,
I'm just so glad that God put that type of skill in me because I remember my first show. that nobody only. It's supposed to be like 10 people, 12 people that's supposed to be on my show, and only 3 showed up.
Jeez, yes, sir.
And I promoted it so much, like everybody, all my family, friends, people was coming out of town because I was talking about it, and everybody just came, and I don't got no performance. No performance, you know, and now, and even the performers was showing up late. So now everybody just looking around.
Right.
Dang.
Like my anxiety was through the roof.
I bet.
Yes.
I would never forget that feeling. That feeling was scary because it's like everybody is here to see something that's not here. Like, that's a crazy feeling.
Yes.
You know, and I remember that I got on stage just to let people know, even though the show for to start about 30 minutes ago, I'm letting people know, hey, I said I'm gonna just get up there and say a piece, then let them know that the show gonna start in like 10 minutes or whatever. Because I seen one person just walk in and they at the bar and stuff. So I'm like, all right. And I'll never forget. I was like, I got up there, and all the pieces that I ever wrote, my mind just went blank.
Oh,
My mind just went blank, like blank, it's because of everything that was just going on.
Yeah.
My mind just went blank. That never happened to me before. I'm talking about I was trying to trick myself into just catching it. And the only thing I can say is like, all right, guys, it's 10 minutes of show gonna be ready and everything like that. It run off stage, and I remember my heart. I felt like I was about to pass out. Like that's how. I mean, I got a whole bunch of people here, and I'm like, man. I said I've been going to all these other shows, showing platforms love and performing and shaking people's hands, and thought I met a friend, and nobody showed up for me. Nobody showed up for me, and I never forget. I went in the bathroom. And I was like, just breathing, just breathe, Ron, just breathe, Ron. And next thing I know, somebody was in the bathroom, but I didn't know. Right. This ain't my building. It was when I was
Yeah.
And somebody flushed. I said somebody in here. So I, immediately just kind of like,
brush it off like,
grown man, probably maybe in his early 40s, came out the bathroom, He said, "What's up, man?" I said, what's going on?" He washed his hand. He gonna say, "This your event out here? This your event?" I said, Yeah. He gonna say, "It's tight, man. It's lit in here, man." Like he said, "Get my number down, man. I stay in Slidell. Like, can you come and do the event in Slidell?" I said, Yeah, man. We'll chop it up and everything like that. He gonna say, Bet. He said, "Good looking." And I was like, wait a minute. Nobody.
It'd be at your lowest moment. See, it's right before you about to give up.
Right.
But nobody hasn't performed yet.
Right.
Ain't nobody performed. Ain't nothing happened. Only thing that he see is just people here.
Right. And they having a good time.
And just because people was here,
it proves something though. That proves something.
It proved that like you're eligible to whatever you're doing.
Yes.
Right.
Man, when I came back out there, I said, man, time to go. Like, went out there, performed. Everybody was like, oh, like, they love it. And I realized something, too, that people couldn't judge me because they didn't know what to expect.
Ooh, so that first time, that was the saving. Oh, yeah.
They didn't know what to expect. They just knew that it was a show.
Yeah.
Right.
And from there on, I never let my left hand know what my right hand doing. And I always keep people on their toe. That's the reason why I created lingerie and poetry, bounce poetry, zodiac and poetry, jams and poetry, because I said that, when you come to my shows, I want you to be able to not know what you're going to get.
Right.
Just know that when you get here, whatever you do see is an experience more than just a show. And that's the reason why I incorporate so many different aspects on my shows and everything, but it's because of that day. But I'm so sorry to take up any time. I just say this to say that to anybody out there that I've been told no so many times by people. I have been stood up by people. I have been lied to by people. I've been lied on by people. And them same people right now will look me and hug me and call me their brother and and pretend like that never even happened. That never even happened. Some of the people that turned me down didn't show up. They're begging me right now, like, yo, like when the next I'm coming, I'm gonna put a form because now the audience is there. But I just want people to know that it didn't come easy. And it started with 1 and it turned to 2. If you can get 1, you can get 10. You get 10, you can get 20. You get 20, you can get 100. So.
To that point, 2 points, because my boy went on, but he hit the testimony is real for you people, for the people that need to hear that you just heard a few no's, just keep going. 2 points. The first one was, oftentimes we build a lot of stuff. We make up a lot of scenarios in our heads that cause us to like stumble and give up. Because to his point, in his mind, he thinks he already has a plan of how the show is supposed to go, right? So he's building up in his mind, man. So since 12 people didn't arrive, he's already thinking of all of the negative outcomes of this. But then he came to the realization that they don't know. So like now you built up this storyline in your head, like, oh, they must think I'm what all these different negative stuff, but they had no idea this is their first time coming to it, and so whatever he's thinking is whatever he thinks. We oftentimes do that with our own everything that we whatever it is. We create that narrative in our heads, and we create it, and then we repeat it, and we start to believe it. When the person that's perceiving it is not even thinking
right.
Nothing about what you're thinking.
Right. They don't know what it is.
Nothing.
They don't
you
know.
done built up this entire storyline, or they never gonna come. Everything that comes with doubting yourself and questioning and thinking that you're not who you are.
Right. Don't mentally beat yourself, please.
Don't mentally beat yourself. And the second point, I went on so long just now, I forgot to.
Look. Let me piggyback on it, right? I'm gonna be quick. But like he said, don't mentally beat yourself, man. Like just because, like Ryan was saying, bro, one person said no, they just don't see the dream. Another person said they don't see the dream. That one person that said yes, you know what I'm saying? Hey, come do this in Slidell. They see the dream. Now it's like, okay, boom, now I'm doing a show in Slidell, New Orleans. Now I didn't double my bag. Okay, now I got one. I went from having one weekend to every weekend. You know what I mean?
One yes, like we said, one yes changes everything.
Yes.
Lately, and this could be the last one because we went on. I've been dealing with the concept of doing more than one thing at a time, because I feel like it's hard to balance when you're doing multiple things. But there's a group of people that think that you should be doing multiple things at a time. Seems productive, and there's another group of people that think that you should focus on one thing and push forward on that one thing. Lately, I realized that because before I had this podcast, I was fully committed to my music. Yes. And I released a lot more music, a lot more consistently than I have since I started doing the podcast, because the podcast takes up a lot of work and effort. And doing music, good quality music, takes up a lot of time and effort.
Right.
I also have work. I also have my wife. Like there is a lot to balance.
Yes.
So a question popped in my head, I was like, should I stop doing one because I don't know if y'all know, well, you probably, because you follow the podcast channel. I haven't been posting a lot of clips because I've been so focused on my music. I've been in that space of creating music that I haven't been able to like do the content for the podcast.
It might not have been at the rate, but you're still posting. That's the most important part. It's still doing numbers. Right.
But it's not, but like you said, it's not at the rate. It's not at the rate of like three a day,
right,
or 2 a day, which is what I thought you needed. I say all of that to say, where do y'all land? Do y'all think it's doing two more things than once is good, or you should focus on one thing and go with that one thing?
I agree with Ron. I say multitasking. The reason I say that is because, well, for me, it's different for everybody, but for me, it's just that I like to, all right, do this. So now, say if I'm editing, you know what I mean? I might be editing a show, a game show, or this, but I'm getting different, you know what I'm saying, vibes on how to do this, and I'm not doing everything the same way. So I feel like Ron said, I might do this for 30 minutes, stop, and go do, you know what I'm saying? Go do this, you know what I'm saying? And
do you think with that mindset, or that you can be as productive as if you've solely focused on one thing?
See, the thing is, if you solely focus on that one thing, I do see it being like productive, you know what I'm saying? But the way I look at it is, you're gonna critique yourself a lot more because you have that one thing on your plate, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like your music, if you were just solely focused on your music, you probably put out, I'm saying, like more music, but you know what I'm saying, than when you were just doing music and podcasting. But my thing is, you'll be probably such a stiffler on, man, that didn't sound right, or man, that did it, compared to, okay, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't be as focused on, you know what I'm saying, I guess, compared to, okay, you're doing multiple things, and okay, I might not catch this little thing, you know what I'm saying, but it doesn't throw off the fact that when I heard the whole thing, I loved it. You know what I mean?
No.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. You had me, but then there was a lot of what you say. You know what I'm saying? Okay, wait. And I was trying to catch the thought. We always try to catch it, but
yeah, you heard me. You see what I'm saying? Right?
We always try to catch it. We didn't catch it, Todd.
Pigs fly. You know what I'm saying? You heard me?
I'm like, you heard me? No, I'm trying, but I don't know.
The way I look at it is like, all right, for me, when I'm personalizing right quick to make a long story short.
Please.
When I do one thing, I'm such a stiffler on that one thing.
Okay.
Like I'm be like, man, okay, this got to be right. And I might watch it a million times compared to like, okay, maybe if I'm doing podcasting, music, and this, okay, I'm gonna focus on this, but I'm not gonna be as harsh on myself on this. You know what I mean? So like, I guess I like it because I'm gonna put out more work. It might not be the best, but when I go back and watch it full, I'm like, okay,
quantity over quality.
In a way, yeah.
That's a very, very good question.
Great question.
And to be honest, it's not a right or wrong to this. Only thing I can say from my personal, juggling a lot. Only thing I can say is that trust your energy. Because if your energy is not there, you're not gonna be happy with it. What I do for somebody that I do international trade. Like you say, I got a home. I got a building. I got my platform. I got my family. I got other investments that I have to check on. You have to get to a point where you have to utilize your resources. I don't know if you have any. I don't know if it's from a technology standpoint or maybe get something set up. But what I do is that I always give myself a time and a date. That's just what I do. It's time management. It's time management. Like it's like, okay, this day right here, I am going to work on the flyer. And I'm gonna have it. And I'm sorry, I don't give myself I give myself a date when I need to put it out. And that kind of makes me that energizes me to get something done because I give myself a date when it needs to be out. That's just me though. Right. So I don't know what would push you, or to juggling two things, but even if you don't could do something like I just say like your if you don't do something like let's just say today we didn't do the podcast, you can at least give an update on it. On your podcast. Like, you could at least get in here and do a commercial and saying, hey guys, we'll be back next Sunday, next episode dropping and everything like that. It's a lot of surprise. Even if you don't got no surprises. Like, hey, a lot of surprises, you're not going to want to miss this. Bam, just a 30-second clip. Okay, cool. You bought yourself some time. Right. So you can multitask. Yeah, you can.
I see it.
Yeah,
So before we go, you're a multitasker rather than one thing at a time. You would rather juggle than focus on one thing at a time.
I'm a one thing at a time, but I also do more than one thing though.
Action. So you're a okay. Wait. So you were saying you focus on one thing at a time, but you do more things at once.
Yeah. So I do something at one time, but I also and this is the advice that I'll have. If you're juggling more things, multitasking, what you have to figure out is what they all got in common. Like you have to be able to connect and say, okay, if I'm doing my music, then I need my podcast to support my music. I need my music to support my podcast. So if you know that they're working together, you got to find a relation where you say, hey, I can't do this without doing this. And if you find that right there, then you'll understand the step process. You won't have to lean on just one. you would know that you need one in both to survive. That's what I say.
I feel like for the longest, I felt like doing more than one thing was super productive. But I also see the benefit in focusing on one thing at a time. I heard Wallow say this. He was like, I think he was having an interview with Gary Vee. He was saying that whenever you put your 100% into one thing, the likelihood of success is a lot more if you were only putting 50%. I mean, that's just common sense. That's just math. That's just science. So it's like, focus on that one thing, right? To your point, find a way to add the other thing simultaneously, so that they work in conjunction. But one of those things is going to carry the other one. I feel like both might not take off at the same time. I say that to say, because last year I did my music so much, and last year my music paid me so much money that it blew my mind. I came to the epiphany this year that I was like, why did I stop
producing so much?
Because I was like, and then I was like, because you're doing the podcast. You're doing the podcast, and you're doing everything for the podcast, which is part of the come up of the thing. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, should I slow down on the podcast and keep? Because it's crazy that I got paid, and the year I got paid, I'm deciding, let me slow down. That's not when you slow down. That's definitely not when you slow down.
That bad boy.
That's when you crank it up.
We do need another album.
We definitely need another album. But
when can we expect another
album? Probably not right. Probably late in the year.
Okay.
But like singles, like I'm dropping a single this Wednesday coming up, and I just finished another song that I might go back to my every 2 weeks drop if I'm able to. But like, I don't know.
Party, man. You gotta have a listening party.
Yes.
But to your point, I actually do agree. I actually do agree. And if you're going to be somebody out there that's going to be juggling a lot, you need help. You need a partner that can help you out. You need somebody that's like,
me the editing, bro, boy.
you know, you see, like, but I'm being honest, therefore, you know, you can focus on what really matters to you. So you do need that.
Time to pass me the editing, my boy.
I feel like the edit. I feel like that comes.
I know it's hard.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to pass it off.
It's hard, bro, because it's gonna be at a
not
different level. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be from my eye and not yours. You know what I mean? So now it'll be like, I have to send the clips to you, and you be like, Ty, do it like this or try it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like shit, but it's a part of the game.
See, the problem is with him, what he got. I'm gonna tell you. You know what? I was listening to him, and then I just realized his problem.
Yeah.
You don't understand your position. That's your problem right there. You understand your position. Like, you know, you don't understand. You don't understand that you are a general. Like, you know, look at this space that you got. Look at, you know, this whole setup. We're here because of you.
Yes.
You know, and if you think about, you know, this is a war outside. So if you're a general and there's all this that you got to battle, and you got us, your soldiers, and all that good stuff.
Hey,
if
we all lieutenants, man. Stop this.
No, but I'm being real. If you are the general, have you ever seen in history, you know, a general out there in the war field?
No, he come with the plans.
Yeah,
because because if we don't know to go left or go right, so we need you to be able to be back, and for you to be able to call these plays, you got to be able to. You can't be the driver and the shooter in this situation.
You see the bigger picture, so you can't just be looking at every step when you see, you know what I'm saying. You see this big old Eiffel Tower in front of you.
You gotta trust the process. You gotta put people in place.
At what point do y'all think? And to take it off of me, but the same point. At what point do y'all think someone in that position should adapt or give in to that mind frame? Like, okay, I've made it to this point. Now it's time to give it off.
I think you've reached that point, but like now you have people around you who can help you with that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of our stuff, it is nothing to do. You know, a lot of the background stuff is just doing it, seeing it from the same lens that you see it. That's my only thing. Like, you know what I mean? So we talk about it, it'll just be like, okay, I want it like this. This is how I do this. And like I said, I just have to copy your process, bro. Because like I said, that's just to continue to push out the product. Because we have something great. But your music is also something great also.
Right.
Like a live show, we do it different from every other podcast. You can go perform and then we can come out, you know what I'm saying? Or before or after. You know what I mean? So like I say, I agree with him. Like, you're a general, you know what I'm saying? This is your army, you know what I mean? And you got to delegate your soldiers into sergeants, you know what I'm saying? So they can lead the platoon for real, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you already got the SOP to this. Yeah. You already got the procedure now. You know what it look like right now. To answer your question, you just said, when do we do it? Like me now, if you come to my,
because you do all your stuff too. You said,
yeah, but like if you come to my show April the 6th, I got another host. Because these people they're poets, they've been around this. I'm about to elevate them and say, hey, you're the host now. Gotcha. Like, I'm going to be in the back. I'm still going to be around. But now I get to go around, talk to people and say, hey, how you doing? My name is Ron. I saw you last time and everything like that. How you enjoyed it? Oh, I got to go over here. I go to this bartender. Hey, you're making these drinks a little stronger now, whatever.
Right.
Everything good at the door. But now I have to trust the process. And that's what's hard with us.
Yeah,
is that
ain't go.
We don't trust the process. You got to be able to put somebody in position and say these are your key factors or what you want to be done, the legacy that you're leaving behind. Right. And once you get that product back, whatever you don't like or whatever you do critique it, adjust, and you move on.
And if they can't take that critique, I'm sorry, Ron, but if they can't take that critique, just to piggyback on you, they can't take that critique, you're not part of my team. You don't want to, because obviously what you were doing before anybody else took over that step was successful, because you see where we were, where we started, and where we are now.
Yeah, so
it's like, you know what I mean? So if they can't take that critique, you're obviously not a part of the team. You don't want to see the team when you're a disgruntled employee. It's like for me going into a restaurant and they tell me, man, everything here trash, bro. I don't know why y'all here. The beer is the best thing here. I think I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying?
The beauty part about you, the beauty part about you is that, and I'll take this the wrong way, but just anybody out there is listening, the man with the goal makes the rules. All right? If you have the goal, you make the rules. So you got the equipment. You make the rules. This is you came up with this your logo and everything like that. Yes. What you need me to do?
And you have the know-how, bro. Like before you just fully give it off to somebody. Hey, look, let's internship. You know what I'm saying? Or like an apprentice. Let's get in this. This is how I do it. Okay, look, I like it like this. At least 15, 20. All right, boom. You get title like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you can school, like he said, you have your standard operation of procedure, so you can really school somebody to how you want it.
And nothing. And don't make false promises. If it's not permanent, say, hey, I want to try you out. Right. Hey, like you could be one of us. Hey, I want to try you out this week or whatever. Like, all right, cool. Because right now I need to focus on my music, so I want to bring all y'all in, and even this, like, yeah. So that's all I'm saying, man. It's like you're a general. Like you can't be out in the field because you're going to get hit, and once you get hit, then where we gonna go?
Yeah, and the beautiful part about this army is that, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, we sergeants in your army, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we all joining together because we all got our own platoons also, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like every part of this car makes it go.
Yes,
we all benefit from it. We all benefit from it.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
It's been a great episode.
Okay. It's been a really good episode.
Yeah.
It was a very good episode.
I love this.
Ken, we missed you.
Yes.
Always missing you. You know that, my boy.
Love, my brother.
Okay, well, this has been another episode of the Purely Talk Podcast. All right.
Damn.
I am your host, Mr. DHE, and these are my guys.
_T Hills. Follow me for more life advice.
Ron Lyrics. Follow me under Instagram. RON.
It's all right. My brother used to struggle at first too. We got it into a rhythm now that it just flows out. Remember the first time we did it? My brother used to be like, Kenneth Stewart Bennett. I'm like, that's too long. You gotta keep it short. Yeah,
his IG, his phone
they
number,
call me. I'm like, bro,
credit card number.
Keep it. And then every other episode he would change it. I'm like, nah, my boy, we gotta keep it the same to the point to where it's whenever the talk exactly. Whenever it starts, the crowd can be like,
that's Ken
your
Stu.
boy DHE, Ken Stu, T Hills _. I was like, yeah, man.
Lyrics.
Ron Lyrics, man. Ron Lyrics. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Closing quote of the day. It's not really a quote. It's something I read it says, being poor now leads to being more poor later. Can't pay to clean your teeth. Next year, pay for a root canal. Can't pay for a new mattress. Next year, pay for back surgery. Can't pay to get that lump checked out. Next year, pay for stage 3 cancer. Poverty charges interest. Hey, man, take care of yourself now. The things might seem a little bit expensive now, but if you don't deal with that now, down the line, it's going to be way more expensive. If you didn't understand what he was trying to say, that's what he's trying to say.
Yes.
Take care of yourself now, even if it, it cost, but it's going to cost you a lot less than it would down the line.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
Hey, for the
Peace and
6,
love.
hey, for the 6.
And bless.